Today I am so excited because we are finally investigating one of the worst rated restaurants in all of America, a Chinese food restaurant called Ho. It's okay. It's okay because it's actually normal for us because he doesn't take breaks. When I first sought out the help of Reddit to find the worst food in the worst restaurant imaginable, I didn't realize my research would bring me to a legit dangerous place. I'm interested in trying the worst rated restaurant you know of. Don't hold back. I'm trying an experiment here to see how bad.
Jotey on Colorado was once rated as the 3rd worst restaurant in the country.
I'm sorry, what did you just say, he's bunky? 106 people upvoted that.
I got food poisoning from this place.
Excuse me, Rocket 98D?
I think they've gotten so many food safety violations, the health inspectors just kind of gave up. Maybe they should rename it to Oh My.
Not only was Homemade Chinese notoriously named the 3rd worst restaurant in the country, it was also shut down several times by the health department for health code violations. To add an extra layer even on top of that, all of these reviews are saying that the service is terrible.
They are extremely rude. Very
I don't like the way the ladies serve you there. They almost throw things at you. Yeah, gay DC, local guide. I'm not really too enthused by the idea of the staff throwing things at me either. Such bad customer service. They're super mean when you ask random questions. Okay, what does that even mean? Random questions? Well, now I gotta show up with some random questions. Have you ever tried dipping your strawberries in milk? What's the silliest topping you've ever seen on a pizza? What is the kookiest hat you have ever donned atop your cranium? I think those are pretty random. Also, apparently another thing is that they don't even serve the food that they claim to serve. This is a picture of their orange chicken. Okay? Which is really just fried bread tossed in their orange chicken sauce, apparently. I haven't been yet. This restaurant's a trip, man. Yet the most interesting thing about Homemade Chinese is that they've kept their doors open and in business for the past 15 years. Well, minus the times they were shut down by the health department. But which is just like crazy, right? Like if people hate this place so much, how do they make money? If they're on the health department's most wanted list, how do they stay in business? What is keeping this thing alive? Who's still eating here? I could read you review after review after review, but honestly, what we need now more than anything else are some boots on the ground. Someone in the trenches asking the random questions. And yes, of course, trying the food. Inside and undercover, I took a close look at their operations. The food looked fresh, the service was quick, and the portions were so massive they hardly fit in the container. However, I became nervous as my turn approached because I was about to ask a random question.
If you could be best friends with a color, what color would you be best friends with?
What color?
Yeah, what color?
Now, while she didn't understand my random question, she also didn't get angry. What we did get was a smile and a humble thank you from Ho May. So here's the thing. I tried the food, and to be quite honest with you, we need to talk about my experience with Homemade Chinese. You're going to want to see this. This was supposed to be one of those fun times where you're actually allowed to hate a business because the business owners themselves don't care. They don't care about you, the customer, they don't care about the food that they're serving, and they, of course, in this case, don't even care that the health department is breathing down their neck 24/7. And if a restaurant doesn't care about the health and safety of the food that they serve their customers, well, then they give up their right for me to go easy on them. It's a little sketchy because for just over $9, you get a hefty meal, a drink, and the most massive chicken leg you've ever seen in your life. So you have to assume that they're cutting corners somewhere. And when it comes to cutting corners, I found their first one pretty quickly. The lo mein was made with spaghetti noodles. It was so strange in a subtle way that even though the lo mein was very good, it was still hard to ignore. The chicken we have to talk about because as embarrassing as it was, I actually didn't even realize that it wasn't real chicken. I don't know if it was the sauce that they drowned it in or the fact that they fried that bread so good. Tasted normal enough to me that I didn't even notice it. Pretty amazing how enjoyable it was. Same for the teriyaki chicken. Texture was fine and chewy. And of course, I don't need to go into portions. I mean, look at that thing. The chicken leg basically came from that chicken dinosaur thing in the Jimmy Neutron movie. It was impressively large for a chicken leg and it was tender and crispy and packed with flavor. Trying to find something bad to say. Too big, I don't know. Another surprise from Homemade. I also got cheese wontons. Their biggest crime with the cheese wontons is that they didn't give me more cheese in the wontons. Another delicious thing, they don't miss. The absolute worst thing was the generic cola that they gave me with my meal, which is just insane. I've had some horrible Chinese food takeout, but this wasn't that. What the heck? And you guys read the reviews with me. This place was supposed to be terrible. This place was supposed to check me into a hospital tonight, but no, I feel great. No, I actually feel good. As crazy as it is, I have to say that this was just a normal meal. No. Homemade Chinese on Colorado Boulevard was not just a normal meal. It was a great meal. It was a great meal served at a reasonable price by kind people in a huge portion. If the worst thing that I could possibly say was that the lo mein was made with a slightly different noodle than I'm used to, or that I wish they had given me a tub of their delicious cream cheese for my delectable wontons, well then that's pretty good. The fact that anyone would rank this restaurant as the top 3rd worst restaurant in any list, let alone in all of America, is delirious. I can't believe that I'm about to say this. I would return again to Homemade Chinese. They don't deserve this hate. Whatever issues they've had in the past, they must have sorted it out. The place was clean, organized, sanitized, and friendly. They didn't even care that I was dressed as a detective. If I didn't read a single review and had to guess what they were rated, I would say maybe like 4.5 out of 5 stars. Wait a second, what are they actually rated? Oh no. I love food. They didn't even look. I was dressed as a detective. The strangest thing happened. Like being friends now and again. They are heroes to me. Yes. You know, when you post that review, things are gonna change. They haven't seen a 5-star review in a long time. You ready for that? Yeah, I think I am. I guess I just believe in a restaurant's ability to change. That everybody deserves a second chance. And even an underdog like Homemade, they can. If they really, really... The fact that he claimed I needed to be knocked out with a muffin tin in order to take a break is insane, and you know it. Anyway, I think he covered all the bases. I'm feeling pretty lightheaded.